it's okay to reach out to them and say, hey, I see that I've got a deposition for you. Do you have an attorney? And if so, let's let me speak with your attorney. If you don't have an attorney, then that's going to be completely different. Uh, Listen, lady in chat would like an address to send. Damn it! I forgot to do that today. I'll get it up there. I will get it up there. Well, I know it's PO Box. I know it's PO Box 172. I just got to get the rest of the address because it's still far to read. Bear with me. Bear with me. I will get to it. I've been busy. Whenever I say busy, I've been busy with like 3D work. So I'm sorry. I will have that out to you before I have to head out of town again. So just bear with me.
Ellen Hero. Let me sing. Yes, I can sing opera. I can sing. No, I can't hear it.
A blue bucket? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, another December 2nd preemptive threat of sanctions comes with the deposition again. I just must say that I wish to remind you of that of RCB 30 at any time during the deposition on a motion of a party or the deponent and upon showing that the examination is being conducted in bad faith or in such a manner as unreasonably to annoy, embarrass, or oppress the deponent. The court in which the bond instruction is pending, or the court in which the district court deposition is being taken, may order the officer conducting the examination to cease forthwith from taking the deposition, or may limit the scope and manner of taking the deposition as provided in Rule 26C. If the order made terminates the examination, it shall be resumed thereafter only upon the order of the court in which the action is pending, upon demand of the objecting party or deponent. The taking of the deposition shall be suspended for the time necessary to make a motion for an order. The provisions of Rule 37A4 apply to the award of expenses incurred in relation to the motion. Should such a motion become necessary during the deposition of our clients this week, this email will be shown to the court. So it sounds to me like what I said. Randy has contacted the court. Now, the way that you contact the court, so it's not ex parte, is you actually copy the opposing counsel in the email, and you send that email out to the judge saying, Your Honor, I'm trying to get this deposition taken care of. I can't get it handled. Therefore, do you know what happened during all of this trial? Well, this would have been about the time that Randy told him the rules of taking a deposition, that he starts acting and passing a deposition, that he can object because he is counsel for Jeremy Haynes. He can suspend it if he believes that he's acting in Haynes, which is exactly what he did. That's why Haynes had to take his happy ass to Florida, is because Randy had to suspend the deposition because he was being provoked. As you understand, right here it says, showing that the examination is being conducted in bad faith or such a manner as to unreasonably annoy, embarrass, or oppress the deponent in the party. And if you're doing that kind of crap in a deposition, which we read through that deposition, and he did that quite a damn bit, the court in which the action is pending or the court in the district where the deposition is being taken may order the officer conducting the examination to cease forthwith from taking the deposition.
Which I think is what published that this week. And he did that to the other side.
Right.
What's it?
Exactly. He did. CT law board requires two sportsmen to communicate with them via email only because he twisted all the. I know, and I've shown this one, Judge. I've shown that they required him to communicate via
Yeah. Yeah.
via email. I've pulled that one up multiple times. You're absolutely correct. Claim the Connecticut bar said things that they didn't. Exactly. And this is the game that he likes to play. And the same thing is going to happen in this case with the judge. I guarantee it.
And then especially with the fact that when it did look at look at the transcripts of the emails and so forth, and then we'll sit there and blatantly lie about it or try and deny it. It's so fucking delusional.
I like this right here. Do you see this right? This is beautiful.
Yeah.
They're called angel stuff. It's more like bubble wrap. You know, you just wrap that happy ass up with bubble wrap and ship it off to Albania or wherever the hell you got this mail order brand from. And then another threat of sanctions on December 2nd. You are wrong. What was his response? Because see, you're hearing, you're all I'm seeing is Randy's responses. So this is December the 2nd that he made this message to him, and then of course, what was it? What was the bullshit that Bruce said? See, this is what I mean by, and this is the reason why I don't like having Darth. I won't go on with Darth Touch. I won't even communicate him via email. It's because everything that he does is in bad faith. He takes only and cherry picks what he wants to show you out of the communications that were had. If he could,
I've heard reference now. I've heard from you, Todd.
it's a good thing. You don't know who that is because this is a guy that likes to abuse women just almost as much as Bruce does. So what's the context of this? You're wrong because he says, okay, you're wrong about what? He says you're wrong once the deposition transcript is filed with court. It is a public record. Oh, he must be bitching about Randy filing the deposition with the court. He didn't like it. He didn't like that at all because then people got to see exactly, so he couldn't spin his YouTube narrative to embarrass and harass Jeremy because then everybody got to see exactly what the deposition is. B3 emptied his PayPal? Wonder why? No. Scrabble? No, he probably had to pay for that deposition. Don't you think, Rosalind? There's a reason why he had to get that deposition. He emptied that one out as quickly as he could to pay for that deposition because they were going to find him. Thank you so much, Rosalind. No, that little fundraiser that he was running, that's exactly what it was for. He's running. No, he ain't running.
No,
that would be a bad idea.
He's panicked. He's in his death throes. He's flailing around.
He's flailing around like a wet noodle, that was left out in the sun. I'm talking about one of those wavy arm things, that you see outside of car dealerships. He says once you're wrong, once the deposition. Well, and this is what he's saying is once a deposition transcript is filed with the court's public record, and because it seems you really don't do much research, or at least share any research, I will tell you that this is stated very clearly in the local rules of the United States District Court for the Northern District of Florida. Should you file a motion that disputes this, I'm advising you now that Rule 11 motion will be forthcoming. Step accordingly. That's not a threat of sanctions. He's telling you exactly what he's going to do. See, why does he think everything is a threat? It must be because he's such a weak little man.
He's a fucking soy boy. He's a typical lefty soy boy. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're talking about the same person where the TBS runs strong with this man, where apparently, allegedly, from his grapevine, He goes into, which is why you started wearing that fucking Santa hat too. He goes into a fucking restaurant or some shit and sees somebody wearing a MAGA hat or a MAGA shirt or Trump or whatever and shits himself sideways.
Okay, so hold on, let me address this really quick. Miss Lady, or advisor, hugs, she's in young mama. She says, do you have an email address so I can send you info about definitely? Absolutely, I do. My email address is shizzywisnut, just like the name, at gmail.com. It has been for quite some time. Just let me know who you are in the email. Just say this is Lucy Lady. I'm saying that right. Wise Oracle. And thank you for the fiber. I appreciate you very much. But yeah, that's how you can reach out to me. Sorry, I thought you were asking for my actual mail address. So I was like, oh, it's a PO box. I don't have it set up. You can even click on my name and find my emails. If you look at the shit, maybe information or something like that.
I feel J. Lee guns. That's why I can't stand the dude all dressed in green and gray. And he's in there dancing. That dude pisses me. He stole my music. And he has yet to apologize.
Oh, dude, you should see that whole video. Oh, the whole video is awesome. He's dancing with like this little hottie, and she's just all about it. Oh yeah, it's awesome. He is just having the time of his life.
Don't be clear.
Well, that's because Levy is the same height as the wavy guy outside.
Right? Yeah.
Levy's like 10 feet tall and thin as a rail. Right to show communications to the magistrate. Um, yes. I mean, that's not a threat. That's part of what you have to do whenever somebody is
down,
like
eh?
doing shit to
No
you.
need for violence.
These conferences need to be meaningful and substantive. And without any information, we don't agree. We remind you again that all these communications will be shown to the magistrate should you choose to proceed further. I can tell you that your other motion has no legal basis. That much is obvious. It also appears that you've already publicly provided information about the deposition to third parties. Can you confirm that you have not discussed what happened at the deposition with anyone else other than your client? Because you have people out there saying that you've said these things to them already. So that means
He takes that shit and immediately runs to the useless turds and starts broadcasting that shit all over. And or emailing out. I mean, you've seen these emails, right?
and somebody said something about this not too long ago, and I don't remember where I heard it, so it's probably not even true. But what I heard is that the Lees actually have recordings of the deposition. Interesting, huh?
Yeah, because they can only come from one individual that I know.
Jeremy? Well, I'm going to blame Jeremy for it anyway.
Yeah.
Sharing that shit with the Camper twins and not with the rest of us. Shame on Jeremy.
Yes. Everything is.
Yeah, we don't know. I mean, here's the thing. We don't know. All we know is that it wasn't supposed to happen. The judge said so, and because he already said, I better not see any of this shit on YouTube, any of these hearings.
Well, this is the same individual that, for whatever reason, I can't remember how it was set up or how it went or why, but whether he was sitting there with Bubbles or how he got connected to this or whatever, that allowed or for whatever reason had John Cook in there start shooting his fucking mouth off during that deposition with what's her face. Are you kidding me? Why the fuck is that? Number one, why is he even there? Number two, why is he even shooting his mouth?
Because that's what he does. Yes, Boss lady.
It makes my right eye start twitching. Oh, pain. Think about
You know, what Welsh lady, she just wants to send me those news that I've been asking for. That's all.
Don't do anything. Don't do
She
anything
hasn't figured,
stupid, friend.
she hasn't figured out the cell phone yet. You know that I gave her. She just
that. Well, that's just a block.
well. She's so fun. She knows I'm messing with her. That's the good part about it. Oh, God. These conferences need to be meaningful and substantive. Okay, we already read that. So, investigating discussing depositions with others. He says your refusal to answer whether or not you release details of the deposition to third party speaks for itself for investigating. Yeah. False accusation and threat to show the
You
court.
asked for it.
That's not a false accusation. That's and it's not a threat. He's saying, go to the court. This way, he's not threatening to miss the call there, buddy. To state that we didn't speak because you missed a call is an egregious misrepresentation, which will be shown to the court upon phone records showing the call was not missed. In fact, we had a substantive discussions. I just sent you an email to confirm the contents. Please respond to that email. How is that a false accusation? And how is that a threat?
Yeah,
Richard
Thornton. Yeah, sorry, Richard Thornton. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, as a defendant, he can't be there. But I wasn't sure. I can't remember. You have to understand. I don't write this shit down. I don't. No, I don't go through and do the stuff like shit's on that shit. I'm just trying to remember some of this off the top of my head. So I'm not sure exactly where he played a part in regards to those. I thought it was just directly related to the press. But if he is the criminal, yeah, he can. But yeah, he can't interject.
right. No, he's not allowed.
So he shouldn't even have access to do that.
I mean, he can cross-examine her.
But he's not talking about Cook.
Oh no, John Cook is not supposed to say.
Yeah,
He's not supposed to say.
He should answer a fucking word being involved in any of that.
No, because that could be considered a threat of a witness. I'm serious. That could be considered a threat of a witness. See, this is the reason why if you're pulled into a deposition, you hire a freaking attorney to represent you.
Yes, Scupper.
But even then, like you said, they can't just
No, look,
objections to the record, which is for the court judge
exactly.
to determine later. But when you are asked these questions, unless they are under certain circumstances, could actually privilege information that might violate, for instance, say, the national security, or potentially HIPAA,
Or attorney-client
or
privilege.
attorney-client privilege, something of that nature.
Like if they ask you, well, how much are you paying your attorney? It's just like, well, that's attorney-client privilege. I can't discuss that. And your attorney, you know, if he's worth his grain of salt whatsoever, he will make sure that doesn't go to the record. He'll say, I object. That's inappropriate or whatever. Make his motion. And he'll
Hands away
tell
from
her to
weapon.
not
Oh,
answer.
you'll die.
Don't answer. That's go through college school to actually learn what is appropriate and not appropriate, which I guess Bruce managed to fail every damn day. Threat of sanctions if his deposition is noticed. Emma will provide dates. Provision of dates does not mean we agree to the deposition. In fact, as you were previously made aware, should you file a notice of taking my deposition, then Randy's talking about himself, saying if you file a notice of taking my deposition, with a date that we agreed upon, it will be instantly met with a Rule 11 motion for sanctions as well as a motion for protective order. He's talking about himself because Bruce was threatening to depose Shocking. Do you understand? You don't do that. That's completely inappropriate. And Randy would move for a protective order, and the judge would grant it. Note again that our entire email string, including you unilaterally sending out a notice and scheduling a deposition without the coordination, will be pointed out to the court. This is yet another violation by you of the federal rules of procedure and the local rules. Please confirm that you no longer
Hands
need
away
any
from-
dates after
Steady
being
now.
so warned.
Let's have no strife.
It's not a threat. That's
Probably
telling him
nothing.
what the
But better
rules
have a
are.
look.
Threat to file a motion to
Is that it?
compel counsel's
Did I stand
deposition. No telephonic conferences. Counsel, this will confirm that this email will be shown to the
Recall.
court that you have
Hands away from
refused
weapons.
to offer dates on your deposition. I guess maybe
Off with
maybe
you.
he's talking about
You'll
something.
die here.
No, because this would have been that deposition before it was over. So maybe he's not talking about. I could be wrong. Because here's the thing, he's only showing you the portions of the
Yeah,
email.
you'll
He
get-
doesn't show you the other email as part of the string. So all of this is just a bunch of bullshit. And you think that
Because you're only telling half truth. You're cherry picking.
Well, it's a lie by omission.
Lies by omission, which is why I said before, either overtly or through omission. That's all these fuckers. That's all they did.
So he highlighted this one in red because, well, that's what he does. What is the basis in all legal jurisprudence for